What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2, a Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So, our slime farm is doing fantastic. We're collecting lots of XP, slime balls, slime pearls, mob souls, everything that we want. We are collecting a crazy amount of them. Yeah, that's right. So, there was a problem with this farm. The day that we set this thing up, I'm running this on a local server, right? So it's always running in the background. So that night around midnight, yeah, we started lagging. I didn't notice this until the next day when I went to log in, but yeah, we started lagging at about midnight and then all night long. Yeah, as it turns out, these slimes make a lot of drops. Believe it or not, I know it's kind of crazy to think about, but these slimes are making a heck of a lot of drops. Look at all those items just going in and out real fast. This chest probably shows it a little bit more what we're talking about. Look at all those loot bags we're getting. There's just so many of them, guys. So yeah, our reinforced cache here that's doing the common loot bags, this thing filled up. We haven't been using these loot bags at all. These autonomous activators, which we can turn on and off, have not been ran for quite some time. But anyway, I forgot about the loot bags. I forgot that we had to do something with them. So this one's full. This one's almost full. 134,000 out of 160,000. And they get progressively less full as we go all the way down. This one is about a third full-ish. Anyway, so I added a trash can here. This is set to insert on a priority of -10. So the loot bags get extracted from this chest. It tries to fit in these. If it can't, then it goes into here. That's the way that's set up. I probably should put a filter on this thing, because I think the way this would be set up, if I put anything in here, it'll just go right into the trash can and get deleted. I probably should put a filter on here to only allow those loot bags, but I have not done that yet. Anyway, I think there's a filter on this one that only accepts loot bags. So if I drop something on the ground, it goes into this chest. It can't go into this chest, but if I put anything in this chest, it can go to the trash can. Okay, anyway, I guess that's not really important. But anyway, these slimes, yeah, we have been getting so many souls from them. If we look now, we're up to 8,500, almost 8,600 souls. That's a lot of mob souls. That is a lot of resurrection rituals that we can perform. But yeah, this farm, this is going great. You know what? I kind of remember when we set this up and I was looking at the amount of souls that we had, and like it was only staying at about 65 or whatever. That's because we had already backing up at that point. I think in the other mob souls that we're getting just could not fit into the storage drawers. So I wanted to work on some quests today. We did a little bit of quests before, but we should do some more quests now. Oh, you know what? I think I might have just unlocked. What's Kappa? You know what? We unlocked this. So I was just going through and completing some quests here. So these are the ones that I was just doing because we've already done like the particle assembler. That's a molecular assembler. That's all I wanted. We've already made crafting units. We've already made these other ones, but we never got credit for these because they're locked behind making this one. So I made another pattern terminal and I made a blank pattern. Okay, so I got those done, and then I just went down the line and kind of just did all these 64K crafting units. Storage bus, I did do a fluid storage bus and a gas storage bus, so we completed this one. But I guess doing those somehow unlocked the Kappa section, and if I scroll down, it scrolls back up for some reason. I don't know why, that's weird. So Kappa looks like that's going to start us into the... What mod is that? Project D? Into Project D? It doesn't look like anything's unlocked. Like we don't... Oh no, we do have this one available. I was looking for a blinking one for some reason. So we have one quest available here. That's not what I really want to work on just yet, but this is where the end game starts taking off. This stuff gets crazy. So what I wanted to do today was in the Delta section. I want to start busting out the rest of our thermal expansion quests. We have like jetpacks and stuff that we can make. That's just a lot of like boring crafting. Like we already have creative flight, right? There's no reason to use these, but we do need to complete these quests, even though this is Ender IO. We'll probably look at this here afterwards. But yeah, I did want to get through all these flux ducts, get all those done, all these different tanks, get those quests knocked out. We also need to make a glacial precipitator and an igneous extruder and the phyogenic isolator. Phytogenic? Anyway, that's the machine you can put like a seed in plus like some kind of a fertilizer or whatever, and it grows the plant without planting it in the world. I don't think we're ever really going to get much use out of that, but it's a quest, so we're going to make the machine. Okay, so the very first one it wants us to do is a glacial precipitator. I don't remember if this is a difficult recipe or not. No, that is extremely easy. Let's go ahead and knock that out. What do we have here? Okay, so we have the machine frame. We need a piston. We already have that on autocraft. Easy mode. There's that. We need 2 copper gears. We have that on autocraft. Go and make 2 of those. Cool. And then we need a redstone reception coil. And autocraft that as well. The copper gear might take a minute. Nope, they're done. Okay, so now we can go ahead and craft this thing up. Quest complete. Awesome. Okay, so that one was very, very simple. We'll probably want to upgrade that to the resonant version. I don't know how much use we're going to need with a glacial precipitator. Previously, we made snowballs using the Botania method, right? Using our pure white daisy over here, pure daisy, and we put water source blocks around the corners. Yeah, and that turned into snow. But the glacial precipitator is another way that we can make snow. You can also make ice, and I think you can make snow blocks. I can't remember. I guess we could set this down, look at it. Yeah, you can do snowballs, you can do snow blocks, and you can do ice. All you gotta do is provide it water, and you have to provide it RF. And I guess you can also do augments if you upgrade the machine. So if we ever need a large amount of this stuff, this is the machine that we're going to use for that. It might be worth just upgrading it anyway and sticking it in our banks over here where we kind of put our machines. Maybe, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's super useful now. Maybe we'll hold off on that until we actually need resources from this. But for now, we have it made. We'll go and stick that away. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's grab that and we'll put it in the chest up here. This chest kind of like has machines that needs to be laid out that we've already previously made and used or whatever. I think those are the machines that I had over here. So we'll just leave it in that chest for now. Okay, so let's move on. The next quest was to make the igneous precipitator, igneous extruder. I don't know why they changed the names like that. Maybe some kind of inside joke. I don't know. Let's claim the reward for that. I also got a reward for these augments that I never claimed from previous. That's just a chance cube. Let's claim that one as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so igneous extruder. Let's make that one. So the igneous extruder is made with a pneumatic servo. I think that's the first time we've had to make one of those in this mod pack. We need 2 more copper gears. I should probably tell the system to make like 10 just so we have extra for later. Go ahead and do that. We need glass and then we need piston. I'm not sure if we had any of the machine frames that we're going to need either. So let's take a look at that. Machine frame. Okay, we do have the basic ones. That is what I was concerned about. Cool. And everything went in there like it should. And there's an igneous extruder. So igneous extruder, for those of you who haven't seen this before, you can put in lava and you can put in water and then you can make all the cobblestone you want. Or if you keep adding in water, you can make regular stone. And then if you keep adding in water and lava, you can make obsidian out of this. Since we have obsidian seeds growing, there's zero reason to do this machine other than maybe the stone. But if we have a cobblestone generator hooked up to our main system, we can pump cobblestone into our smeltery area over there and smelt all that stuff super, super fast. So I don't know. I think that's another machine we're probably never going to get any use out of. So I will put that one away for sure. I really can't see us ever using that particular machine. Let's claim the reward on this one. There we go. And we'll right click. Okay, bibliocraft stuff. And a tier 3 chance pendant. Let's go ahead and put all those away. All right, cool. So let's move on. What is the final machine? That was the phytogenic thing. It was under Delta. Yes, phytogenic isolator. Is that even a real word? I don't know. Is that made up? I don't think I've heard that word ever before. Phytogenic. All right. So this requires aluminum gear. We can go ahead and craft that again. We have that on auto craft. Easy. We need puzzle or dirt or whatever. Copper gears. Redstone reception coil. I should probably just tell the system to make 10 of those. It wouldn't hurt to have extras on hand. We should have everything else. So yeah, we're just going to use regular dirt, a regular machine frame, our aluminum gears, copper gears, and the redstone reception coil. And there's our phytogenic isolator. So this thing, I think this even obeys if you put in like a 10-10-10 agricraft seed or whatever. I think it will still produce additional stuff, but it looks like it does require water. You can get a main and a secondary output. So we have a fertilizer slot here, and I guess the seed would go there. I don't really know how this machine works. Let's find out. Let's find out. I think I'm going to have to make some of the fertilizer. I'm pretty sure I don't have any, but I can't remember if I've ever used this particular machine before. Let's do potato seeds. Why not? So this is a 10-10-10 potato seed, so we should get 4 potatoes per harvest. Whoops. So let's see. If we wanted the actually, I think it showed right here when I searched for Phyto. Yeah, Phyto Grow and Rich Phyto Grow. All right, so can we make this? Can we make this? Let's do this stuff, okay. Potato seeds, we need this, and then we're gonna need some kind of water. Do we have infinite water? We have some of those in here. I don't think that pushes water, so I think I'm gonna need a ender fluid conduit to push the water in, and then we're gonna need power. Let's just go down here, I guess, to our battery. We'll just set it down here. Actually, I guess I could set it down along any of our conduit. Let's set it right here. I just don't want the nether star generator kicking on and giving us problems. Okay, so that's filling up. We put the rich Phyto Grow there. Seed. We're gonna need water. So infinite water conduit. Okay, so that gives us 3 potatoes and then 2 seeds, but these are no longer 10-10-10. Okay, so that is a issue. I put that back in there. We get 1 seed and 3 potatoes. Okay, so it strips off the 10-10-10. I thought these observed the agricraft stuff. I was wrong. Don't see us ever really using this. You know, I said I don't think I ever see us using this phytogenic isolator, but then I was thinking about it. You know, it might make sense for certain things that are more of like a pain to grow. Maybe things like the Botania petal seeds, right? Those might be a good candidate for it. Otherwise, we have to put down the podzol and blah, blah, blah. Maybe something like that would be good. I don't know. But let's not dismiss it just yet. I don't think we're going to get much use out of it, but we might. I don't know for sure. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. We will claim the quest here for our Delta section. Under the Delta section for this quest is what I'm trying to say. So we have a bunch of Flux Ducts to do, and we have a bunch of tanks to do. So it looks like we have to do this tank, and then it probably will unlock these two. Yeah, Leadstone Flux Duct is currently locked out for some reason. So let's do a portable tank. That's a pretty easy one. Portable tank. Oh, actually, this is a little bit more complex than I thought it was going to be. I forgot about this. So we need a fluid tank from Magnetic Craft. Should we make a pattern for this? We probably should make a pattern for that. Okay, so we need a fluid tank from Magnetic Craft. Do you have any other tanks in here that I can put that next to? A few. Guess we'll stick it there in the mechanism stuff. All right, so let's make, I don't know, 10 of those. We might need more. Honestly, I don't know. We need at least one of those. What was the other stuff? 2 tanks from Buildcraft, so that's just some glass. Let's tell the system to make like 100 glass. Love how fast it just starts crafting that stuff up. It's so good. All right, so there is that and that. And then we need 8 bronze. Very easy. Okay, so we got that, that, and that. Was there another piece to this? No, that's it. And that's done on the assembly table. Hopefully the other ones we can upgrade. I don't know if they all have to be done over here. But anyway, we can just tell this to craft up. Oh, wow. How much power does that take? That takes 8 million RF. That is super expensive. So what's the other one's tank? Okay, the other one's take, not tank. The other ones take the portable tank with some upgrades, Invar and Mana Infused. And then we have Mana Infused plus Signalum. And then we have Mana Infused plus Enderium. Okay, so it's not so bad, but this is going to take a minute. So let me go ahead, wait for this to finish up. I'll craft the other ones. You can see they're not super difficult. And we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so we got the quest done for the tank. That was all pretty simple. Yeah, very, very easy. Let's go ahead and claim these. We'll get these knocked out right now. So there is for the portable tank. These are crafting tasks. The other one, I believe, was just a retrieval task, right? Yeah, because you're crafting that on the assembly table. But yeah, these are all crafting tasks, so very easy. All right, so there's all of the loot chests for that. So now we're going into the leadstone flux ducts. Then we're going to do hardened, then redstone, then resonant, and then the cryo stabilized. So these bottom tier ones probably not going to get too much use, but maybe these cryo stabilized ones would be pretty good because that is like unlimited RF per tick per connection. It's pretty good. So anyway, leadstone, let's do this one. So the leadstone is some red alloy ingots, lead, glass. At the very start of the game, this is pretty expensive because you need all this red iron compound and all the redstone for that. Can you imagine trying to sift for that redstone like at the very beginning? Yeah, no thanks. Anyway, this we can easily craft up now. So let's go ahead and do that. I think that should complete that quest. Okay, so now it wants us to do the hardened ones, and it's just a retrieval task. Okay, so we just have to have those in our inventory. Hardened ones are made with electrotine alloy, leadstone plus invar. You know what? I didn't even look. Okay, so the leadstone do 2,000 RF per tick. The hardened do 8,000 RF per tick. I still think that the Ender IO conduits are way better in that regard. Like they are really turned up in this mod pack. Those are the ones you're really supposed to be using. All right. Okay. So anyway, let's get this done. Let's do all of those leadstone into the hardened because we're never going to use the leadstone. Right. So moving on, which one does it want us to make next? Redstone flux duct. So it wants us to make the redstone energy flux duct. Okay. So that's the filled version. So we have to make the empty one first and then fill it with redstone, I believe. All right. So let's do that. So redstone energy flux duct wants us to make the redstone energy flux duct empty. So that's a hardened flux duct with some electrum. We'll go ahead and just turn all of our stuff into that. All right, cool. So now we got 10 redstone energy flux duct. I don't know how we had extras. Did we get those from a reward before? Maybe. I don't know. I never crafted those before. Okay, so each one of these, I believe, takes 2 redstone. This? Yeah, 200 millibuckets each. So let's grab 20 redstone. Just gonna turn all of these empty ones into the full ones. Do we have those machines set up over here? We have a fluid transposer, which is already doing stuff. That's our mangoloid one. So no, we need our magma crucible and our fluid transposer. So that would be this guy and this guy. All right, so let's put those down somewhere. I don't really know where we're gonna set these. These are kind of like our on-demand and automatic. I guess maybe we can put some manual machines over in this one. We don't have anything hooked up here yet, so maybe it makes sense to do this. I don't know. So I think the way this is going to be set up, yeah, we'll eject the fluid here to the left. This one will accept from the left. We'll eject to the right. That's the right side. We'll accept from the left, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll just leave it like that. But this is going to need power, so let's go ahead and grab some conduits so we can get some power up in here. Do we have any conduit nearby? No. Do we have a tesseract? We do. Let's use the tesseract. Getting tesseracts on AutoCraft is a thing that we should really look at doing here pretty soon. We have most of the parts. It's just getting the fluid transposer and the magma crucible, I think, hooked up to be automated in order to do that, if I remember correctly. Anyway, energy conduit. Yeah, this stuff does 180,000 RF per tick, so much better than the redstone ones. Okay, so those both should have power. We can just stick those right there, put the 20 in here. That goes pretty quick. All right, and then those get filled like nearly instantly as long as it's got the 200 millibuckets worth of stuff in it. So yes, how many of those did we need? Just one. All right. Well, we can go and complete our quest now. All right, so moving on, resonant flux duct that wants us to have a resonant version. So what does that require? That requires a resonant flux duct empty. So we need the filled redstone energy flux ducts with enderium and electrotine. That'll give us the empty ones. And then we got to fill that with redstone, I believe, 200 more millibuckets. Okay, well, let's make a bunch of those. I don't know why I flew over here. I could have done that with my wireless crafting terminal back where we were, but it's fine. Okay, so there's 9. What are we missing here? Is that the electrotine? Can I tell the system to make like 100 of those? Whoa, 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 grab it. There we go. Cool. All right, so there is 12 resonant flux ducts. So we're gonna need 24 redstone. All right, so now we can just do the same thing, fill up the resonant versions. I think we only needed 1, right? Let me take a look at the quest. Yeah, we just need to have 1 to complete the quest. So the next quest after that wants us to make 1 Cryo Stabilized Flux Duct. So what does it take to make one of those? It takes a empty Cryo Stabilized, which is a full resonant flux duct. So each one of these resonant ones we can turn into the cryo ones, which are unlimited RF protect. So it's definitely worth doing all of this, I guess, to get 12 of those. We'll probably want some kind of auto crafting setup thing for these later. Unless, yeah, these have EMC. We might not want to do that then. If we need a lot of them, we'll be able to make it the other way with EMC eventually. Okay, so how many of these can we make? 7. What are we missing? What is this stuff? That is the fluxed in electrum ingot? So I think you can make that just by putting redstone, infusing redstone into enderium, right? Or electrum. Oh, you need the flux electrum blend. So that is redstone into the electrum blend, 200. Okay, well, let me go ahead and make up the ingredients that we need to make more of that flux electrum stuff, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I made all of the Cryo Stabilized Flux Ducts we could make. Somehow we keep ending up with more of these things. I guess we had some of these different parts from rewards in the system at some point. I don't know. We had 12 of the previous, we get 14 of them now, whatever. Anyway, we need to fill these full of, what is it? The gelid cryothium, right? That's what it wants us to do. Yeah, the Cryo Stabilized. So we need gelid cryothium. We so happen to have a drum 100% full of this stuff. So this will be a really fast process. What we need to do is grab our fluid transposer, click the bucket button, fill up its internal tank, 80 buckets worth. Click the bucket button again and put this right here. There we go, 100% full. Now we have this stuff remaining and we have a drum. We can just do that and it'll put all the stuff back into the drum for us. Yeah, it's a manual process, but it's very, very simple to fill up the internal tank and then fill up whatever we want full with that stuff. I like it. Cool, so now the quest is complete for the Cryo Stabilized Flux Ducts. So let's go ahead and start claiming these rewards here. So we got the leadstone, the hardened, the redstone, resonant, and finally the Cryo Stabilized. So this is a choice reward, quarter of a heart or some loot chest. I don't know why they'd be giving us a quarter of a heart at this point. Let's do the top one. Okay, so now we got a lot of the thermal expansion stuff done. We still have the jetpacks to do. I might just do those off camera. I know you guys want to see me craft every one of those on camera, but I might just do those off camera. So Amulet of Growth, that's pretty cool. Let's look at the next ones. We get Diamond Apples. Those are extra planet ones. I think those might give you like a crazy buff. I don't think those are the same as the Tinker's Construct ones. Anyway, let's continue on. Tier 2 Chance Pendant, a little bit better chance for when we do Chance Cubes. A chainsaw. Electric chainsaw. Does it not make sound? I guess it's just like an axe or something. Anyway, let's continue on. So we get more plastic. Those are always nice. We'll get some use out of those, I'm sure. Another item dislocator. Heart glass. Soapy water, super soapy water, and soap. I don't think we need any more of that stuff at this point. Glowstone glass wall. And finally, a fuel efficiency upgrade. Okay, so we're at the point now with our loot chest. Unless we get like the super rare items, I think we've gotten just about every single thing from those, and we're not going to see anything more more better than what we've been seeing. Okay, so we got a few quests here. So photo cell, you know, we already made the photovoltaic cell, right? We had a bunch of those. Yeah, we have 4 of those, but we didn't have the quest unlocked for those, and we never got credit for those. So I'll have to make one of those, and we can look at making the tier 2. Let me go ahead and just bust through all of these jetpacks. If there's anything crazy or complicated in these recipes, I'll bring you guys back in, but I think it's just going to be a little bit of monotonous crafting. I might even knock out the ones for Ender IO as well, since it's basically the same thing. So anyway, let me get to this crafting, and we'll be right back, guys. Oh my goodness, guys, all of the crafting, getting all these different things done, such a pain. So off camera, I hooked up a few things to make my life a little bit easier. We have an induction smelter over here now in this, well, I want to say middle. It's not really the middle. In this empty spot we had before, we now have an induction smelter, and I have the ability to make energy capsules. Those are the things that require all the redstone that you have to put in the induction smelter with 40 more redstone blocks. Yeah. Energy capsule, energized. Yeah, we can craft the units, and then we can craft the full thing. Energizer capsule is what that is called. So I can tell the system to craft it. It can make all the different parts, including hardened glass. That's another thing that I have hooked up. So we have it. So obsidian goes into our pulverizer, makes 4 pulverized obsidian. Then the 4 pulverized plus a lead goes into the induction smelter to make hardened glass, and then we can use the hardened glass in these recipes. So I can just tell it to craft that. It does take a second for the induction smelter to make that recipe, but yeah, it does go through eventually, maybe. So, oh, you know what? I just got done manually crafting some stuff over here, and I forgot to set the thing to output to the bottom. So that's my fault. It does go a little bit faster than what we were seeing there. Obviously, it would never have completed unless I switched that thing. We had to make all sorts of different armors for these different packs for our jet plate, or jet pack. Anyway, flux infused jet plate. So we have everything ready to go now. Oh, you know what? I did not make a flux infused chest plate. Oh, there is more to this than I was thinking. Oh my goodness. Look at all this recursive crafting we have to do. Oh, there is way more to this than I was thinking. I got everything done here, and I didn't even see this piece. Okay, so a flux infused chest plate is made with a VCO chest plate, is made with Imperio, Crucio, Osseo, Spectre, titanium, diamond, gravitite, reinforced, jade, exoskeleton, zanite, steel, bronze, osmium, lapis, iron, chain, leather, and then, yeah, it all starts here with a little bit of leather. I think we might be able to skip some of these steps because I have collected, I think, at least osmium from our mob farm. I might have done that. Maybe we could do, well, we can't make the exoskeleton without the previous. Yeah, this whole thing is such a crazy recipe. But anyway, we got everything but that done, and that was a lot of crafting. Okay, well, I guess I got to make one more piece. Let me go ahead. You know what? Actually, before we do that, if I remember correctly, in the beta section, we had these to get through all these different armors. It wants us to make every different piece. So if we get all these quests done, if we do all of these, we'll have the parts to make that chest plate, and then we can complete that. Well, you know what? We might have to wait until next episode to do that, because that's a lot more crafting, and I just don't got the time today to do all of that. I thought we were just about done. So anyway, Leadstone Jetpack. Let's go ahead and claim the reward for there. That is just a chance cube, this one, a chance cube, and finally, a chance cube. Okay, well, I was thinking we were going to get more stuff than that. I guess not. Do we have any other quests that we can claim at this point, or have we claimed them all? We might have claimed them all. Hoping we might be able to get some more loot chests here. Oh, we got this one, Mangaloy. So 16 Mangaloy. Let's claim this one. And Edda. Oh, yeah, we have all of these to claim. All of our applied energistics ones that I kind of did off camera here. Let's claim all these. We'll go through all of our loot. Hopefully we'll get something worthwhile here. 1K, 4K, 16K. The top one, I guess. And then 64K top one. Okay. So that is a decent amount of those things. Anything else in here? No, nothing here. We probably should knock out these things. These are like the cryo sleep and the out the airlock quests are probably things we're never going to use in Galactic Craft ever. I don't think we ever will. But those are things that we're going to have to complete. All right, so let's knock out these other chests. All right, printing press, typesetting table, and ink sack. We've gotten that quite a few times. Artifact armor, which is protection, floating gold boots, a fresh air. So water breathing, sneaking on air while equipped. That's the poor man's flight. We don't need that anymore. So that was pretty crappy reward there. 16 floors of sewage. Void pipes. All right. Ether tree saplings. And once again, we've got duplicate there. More of the lamps from Bibliocraft. More typesetting tables and printing presses. And finally, an Aristotle record. All right. I think, guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. I know, a lot of crafting, lots of stuff to get done, lots of questing, but these are things that we really should knock out before we start progressing into the end game of this mod pack. I've kind of been going forward a little bit on my own, doing a lot of like rushing towards applied energistics to make our life easier. Now we're kind of having to backtrack a little bit and do some of the older quests that don't really matter anymore, especially like getting jetpacks and stuff. Since we have creative flight, like we got this really early on, there's not a lot of point ever to have a jetpack, right? Anyway, we got to do the quest to complete the pack. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you did like it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.